All right, what's up guys? Welcome to week number 2. Now you guys went ahead and saw Jacob, how he built his logo, how he built his booking page. Now what I want to do is I want you guys to follow us along this journey. I'm going to show Jacob exactly how to negotiate a property, and also I'm going to show him a property that we currently have, and I'm going to kind of explain to him the tips and tricks of what he should be looking out for. All right, what's up guys? Good morning. We're here. We're about to go pick up Jacob in the vet, but first thing is first, we have to actually go ahead and hydrate. So we're going to get some St. Pellegrino right here, and let's rock and roll. Is that what it's called? St. Pellegrino? Yeah. So check this out. We have 8 units inside of here. We have 4 downstairs and we have 4 upstairs that are exactly the same. Okay, so I want to show you the actual building, and then we're going to go inside to check it out. So let's check it out. So as you can see, what you want to do when it comes to having an Airbnb is you want to furnish it. Now, what you want to do is you want to have champagne taste, but with a beer budget. Meaning you don't want to get the most expensive things. Sure. Okay, so as you can see here, some of these things are worn out. Now, if you have a mansion, obviously you want to have high-end caliber stuff. But if you're having a building like this, where I would say the average nightly rate for this specific unit is 90 upwards of, let's say, $150. Sure. Varies on seasons. This is all you need, okay? Now, in terms of cost, when it comes to furnishing side, okay, because a lot of people ask me, Tabare, okay, yes, I know I need first month, last month security, but when it comes to furnishing, how much am I gonna spend, okay? So if you were to look around, okay, look at the TV, look at this, look at the couch, look at everything, how much do you think was invested in furnishing? 3? Okay, close, yeah, 3 to 4. Yeah, so about 4, closer to 4. Each unit is about $4 grand. The type of caliber of people that would be here are not the same people. They're going to be in a freaking, $700, $1,000 per night. Gotcha. Now, when it comes to actually, setting up the kitchen, the key item is you have to imagine as if, let's say, your mom's going to stay here. Right. Your mom wants to make pasta. Does she have the right tools to make pasta? Right? Because a lot of people will complain. A lot of people complain like, oh, I don't have things to drain my pasta in, or I don't have things to cook eggs in, and they boom. Negative review, I want to refund. Okay. Right? People are like that all the time. So it's crucial that whenever you're furnishing your property, you want to have cups, you want to have every utensil possibly imagined, pans, everything is here as you can see, cutting board. There's nothing that's actually missing. Now, this is another key note when it comes to cleaning, okay? A lot of our cleaning team, they're not as tall as you and I. Right, they're a little bit shorter. And what they sometimes forget is this right here. I'm gonna grab my finger. Let's see if maybe they did it, maybe they did not. But if we see here, dust, right? So that's something you have to remind the cleaning team always about, right? Because remember, the cleaning team, they're probably like this tall, so they don't see this. So you always have to remind them, like, hey, look, there's gonna be guys that are taller, so make sure that you clean this. That's very crucial. This happens to a lot of our properties. Sometimes we get complaints, but at the end of the day, that's something you constantly have to remind the cleaning team. Right. So the cleaning team inside of B&B Flow has an entire check sheet. Everything they need to know on how to furnish a property, A through Z from when they walk in. So this is the first step. I'm gonna show you guys what's the first step when it comes to actually, let's say the cleaner is about to clean this unit. They're gonna walk in. First thing is they're gonna knock before they come in. That's very important. If they just go ahead and walk in and there's someone showering, that's a big no-no, that's a big problem. So you wanna knock, hello, cleaning team, I'm coming inside. Once they realize that the property is empty, they're gonna come inside, they're gonna get their phone. The first thing they're gonna do is you're gonna take a recording as soon as they walk in. Why? If there's any damages, that's gonna be the first evidence that you're gonna be able to submit to Airbnb and also be able to invoice the clients. So the cleaning team walks in, they start recording. They're gonna be very, they're gonna look for the details. So, okay, is there something that's fucked up here? Did they break something off? Did something fall? Does it smell funny? Has there dog hair? Because for example, in this property, you cannot bring dogs, okay? So if we find dog hair, we're gonna invoice them, okay? That's a big fee. If, for example, if it smells like smoke or like marijuana or something like that, that's another big fee, right? That's $1,000 fee if anyone smokes in this unit, right? So now you can make a lot of money, but because it ruins the next guest experience, okay? That's crucial. So they're gonna come in here, they're gonna record everything, and then once they record it, they're gonna send it to the group. Once they send it to the group, that's when I have my admin team who's gonna look at it. When you start your Airbnb business, you want to be the guy doing it yourself. To actually clean this unit, I believe it's about $80. So if you were going to clean it, instead of paying the cleaning $80, you pocket $80, and you're making more money, especially when you're starting off, right? So let's continue here. Here we have a bathroom. Now, this is the soap and this is the conditioning that we like to go ahead and use. So here we have soap and then we have actual shampoo right here. You can get this on Amazon. These are great. These are the same things that a lot of hotels uses, and they're very, very cheap and they're reusable. Now let's go into the actual bedroom. What we like to do is we like to have blue, right? If you want to have your color, could be red, could be whatever color you want. I'll show you exactly where we get this stuff. You can have it. Now, I have a cleaning team that actually operates the properties in Naples, and what they do is they're very creative because they grab this and they turn it into a swan. So you can go on YouTube and you can type in how to turn a towel into a swan. I don't know how to do it, but I have an amazing cleaning team that does know how to do it, and they make it look all beautiful. Okay, good. Now, let's go ahead, let's check this out. Obviously, air conditioning, another thing. Right now, it's way too low. Right now, it's at 70, okay? That's gonna run up the electricity bill. I recommend everyone, every single one of you guys turn it off. Exactly, they forgot that, right? So that's another thing, right? People need to be reminded more than they need to be taught. So we like to have all of our properties at 75. Gotcha. That's the perfect temperature. That's the true standard worldwide cool temperature, okay? Now when it comes to actually, you use two options. You can buy furniture and consider it an asset, or you can go ahead and rent furniture. They're both good. So if you have any furniture, you can just go ahead, we'll give us some furniture if you want. That's very easy. It doesn't have to be the most elegant furniture. As you can see, this furniture isn't the prettiest, right? But it's perfect for what it does here. Now, what I want to do is I want to go over the numbers when it comes to this here. Okay, so this specific building does anywhere from 35 to let's say 45,000 every single month on Airbnb. And that's 8 units put together. So 8 units can cash flow you about $35,000 to $45,000. Now, when it comes to profit, because that's the number that really matters, okay? Our mortgage on this actual entire building is about $16,000 per month. Then our utilities, our electricity, all that sort of stuff goes to about $5K, right? So that puts us at about $21,000. Now, with that, I want you to do the math. So let's say we do 40 grand in revenue, right? Our expenses are 20K. We're left with 20K profit. Boom, that easy. And that's 8 units in one location, right? So that's how easy it is to scale when it comes to Airbnb. So this is a unit that we own, right? So the most realistic way for people to start and the most sexy business model right now is Airbnb Arbitrage. The reason it's sexy is because you need low investment. I'm talking about first month, last month security and furniture. Right. Now, there are some places that the furniture already comes with, right? So that's when sales comes into play and you negotiate. Right. So, same thing when it comes to, negotiating and sales. That's very crucial when it comes to Airbnb. Furnishing, anyone can do. You can furnish it. I'm sure you've moved in a lot of different places. You know how to furnish a property. Everyone knows how to furnish a property. What I recommend when it comes to the aesthetics things is get a girl, right? Your girlfriend's really good when it comes to like designing things. Oh, this looks pretty, this looks cute, like that sort of stuff, right? The key thing is making all your properties look uniform. What I like to do is property management. So property management is you go up to someone that, let's say, has an apartment, okay, or has a home. Let's go for a home, for example. You tell them, hey, Mr. Landlord, have you thought about putting this property and doing short-term rentals? Because I see that it's vacant right now. You're looking for someone to actually stay in the unit. No, I haven't thought about that. Okay, good. Well, I'll give you 2 options. Okay, I can take the unit off your hands. Okay, and I know you want $3,000 a month. It's a little steep. Okay, I can probably give you about 2.6. Can you do 2.6? And I just need your permission to sublease the property. That way, when I'm not staying in the property, I can have my people stay in the property. Okay, that's one thing. Right? Or if you don't want to do that, what we can also do is I can manage it for you, right? If you want to take all the benefits, because I'm going to make a lot of money from this transaction, by the way. I'm going to pay you 2.6, but I'm going to grab this and I'm going to list it on Airbnb, VRBO, and I'm going to make a lot more money. If you don't feel comfortable with that, I'm more than happy to partner up with you. I can show you how to put this on Airbnb, and I can just charge you a flat fee to manage the property for you. Because the last thing you want is to go ahead and be trapped into this as a business, right? I do this for a long time. I have an amazing team, I have amazing systems. So all I have to do is plug in my systems. If you don't want me to make all the money, let's partner up. I don't have to make all the money. Let me do the management. I'll take 20%, you take 80%. And that's juicy for you because there's no upfront cost.
Right. What kind of expectations do you recommend people to set when they're coming into this thing?
That's a great question. A lot of people try to make emotional decisions when it comes to investing in Airbnb. Meaning they drive, they see a beautiful property, they say, oh, that's a great property to put on Airbnb. And when they list it on Airbnb, it doesn't get any bookings, nothing happens, and they literally lose all their money. Yeah. So it's very important. It's something that Jay-Z always says, right? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. So whenever you're making an investment, you're investing your hard-earned money, you want to make sure that you're doing market research, number one, making sure that short-term rentals are legal in your actual area. Right. Like for example, right here, this building is located in a zoning restriction that's actually called T4O zoning. So what this allows you to do, it allows you to go ahead and do whatever we want in this specific area. So that's why we're able to do short-term rentals here. If you drive, let's say by Edgewater, there's buildings there that literally say no Airbnb. Never say, when you're reaching out to landlords, and we're gonna get into this in the sales pitch, but you wanna say, hey, are you accepting any corporate leasing right now? Any corporate applications? There's a yes or no, right? If they say yes, great, that's your in. And we're gonna get much more into this in the sales process, right? You're gonna watch the whole entire module free when it comes to sales, negotiations, and that sort of stuff. But understanding what corporate leasing is, understanding what short-term rental is, understanding what zoning restrictions are, understanding what is the pros and cons, right? And another key thing is a lot of people disregard this because a lot of people are selfish. They think me. I need you to position yourself in the landlord's shoes. So if you're the landlord, you want someone to pay you $2,000 a month and not bother you. Just live there, take care of the property, don't do any damage, and just be chill. So now knowing what the landlord wants, you need to craft your pitch to be able to close the landlord on that, right? So a lot of people think, I'm gonna invest in Airbnb. It's sexy, I can do it from anywhere in the world. I just set it up once and then it's boom, done, and it runs by itself. Yes, that is the case. But you can't go from learning how to play soccer to acting like Lionel Messi, right? It doesn't work. Like you cannot go from 0 to 100. You have to understand that there's different stages and different phases. So stage 1 is the employee, right? That's why I recommend every single one of my students clean the property yourself. Make the extra bucks now, right? Manage the property yourself. List the property yourself. Talk to the guests yourself so you can understand it, right? That's the employee side. The second side you're going to transition is going to be the business owner side. And then once you go from business owner, then you go to an investor. And the investor is where a lot of people want to get to, right? Because as a business owner, you're still not basically away from the business. You have to manage, you have to look after, you're like a supervisor, you have to check your maintenance team, you have to check your cleaning team, you have to check your admin team, you have to motivate your team, you have to be there for support, you have to pour energy and love and training into them. And then from there, then you transition to an investor, where all your job is, okay, this is a cool deal, let me close the deal, here's the money, my team's gonna set it up for you, bam, you don't do anything. That's where a lot of people, like a lot of coaches sell you that dream, right? Which is doable, it's 100% doable, exactly. But I like being real, right? You have to go through the sequence, the stages. So the first stage is, you're gonna be an employee of your business. 100%. Then you're gonna delegate. You're gonna be a business owner, and then you're gonna transition to an investor, where all you have to do is freaking close deals. Hey, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. I'm wiring the money. Great. Send me the contract. Do this. Hey, do this. Do that. Do that. And you don't have to do anything. The property gets set up for you. That's the beautiful thing about it. Dude, I'm gonna tell you a story. So in this specific area, okay, I'm not gonna disclose where it's at, right, for security reasons, but it's in an area where there's a lot of attraction all over, but there's also some homelessness that comes to this area. I've had a lot of guests complain that, hey, there's a homeless guy trying to get into cars. Now, when that happens, what do, right? It's literally, I have to receive the call. Me and my business partner have to go ahead, come to the property and say, yo, here's 20 bucks. Can you stop going to the car? Now, a lot of times when that happens, we have a guy that comes here every single week, does the same thing. We have to pay him off. He's like a cartel. We gotta pay him off every fucking week. Just bam, bam, bam. But sometimes he's so drugged up that there's nothing we can do. Like we're like, hey bro, we'll give you 500 bucks and he would not take it because he's like in outer space. So what you have to do in that situation is you have to go ahead and literally not freaking kick them out, but you have to be like, yo, I need you to go, I need you to go. In this specific case, we have to wait 45 minutes for this guy to just walk away. Right? But those are things that a lot of people don't talk about. Another thing is when guests don't want to leave the property. Right? Checkout time is at 11 a.m. Let's say their phone dies. They oversleep. They got a long last night. They freaking went out to live. Komodo. They had a fucking amazing night. They passed out. It's 11 a.m. My cleaning team's at the door. They're like, blah, 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 blah. Hey, they're not answering. Okay, great. They have to call the big G. So they call us, and we have to come to the property, knock on them, be like, yo, you don't get out of here in the next 30 minutes, we're gonna call the cops. Right? Like, you have 30 minutes to go. Right? And things like that, a lot of people get scared, as you can see. Like imagine going up to a freaking random person and telling them to get out, you're gonna call the cops. Like that could be scary for a lot of people. So that's when you gotta have the right mentality of like, bro, I'm a fucking G, you gotta fucking get out of my property, this is my unit. Landlord. Exactly. A lot of people get scared, a lot of people are like, I don't know what to do, maybe I'll just give them another hour or two, you gotta be firm. Dude, you got 30 minutes, I'm gonna call the cops. Makes sense. Bro, like go, you know? When it comes to the cleaning team, right, you're gonna go ahead and they're gonna call you. And how do you interview them? You sit them down, you walk them through the property, and you say, okay, great, how much will you charge me for this clean? They're gonna give you a number. You're gonna negotiate, right? $60. Yeah. I wish, I love you, I love your energy, I think you're trustworthy. I just can't do 60. The most I can do is 40. Oh, okay, let's do 45. Okay, let's do, you know, 50. Let's meet in the middle. Bam, 50. Cool. Okay, bam, you negotiate, right? Always negotiate. Now, a lot of people say, how can I trust this person? It all goes back to setting expectations. You want to set the right expectations with your cleaning team, which we're going to go much more instead of the modules, instead of the phases. But a little trick that I like to do with my cleaning team, in their first cleaning, I like to set them up, okay? So I'm gonna put a $20 bill, and I'm gonna leave it somewhere, okay? It could be under there, it could, very discreet, okay? It could be like here, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna say anything. They're gonna clean the property. If they report it back to me, you're a fucking keeper, keep the 20. If they don't report back to me, I gotta keep on looking.
Could save you a lot of money.
A lot of people, I can't tell you how many 20s I've lost, but it's fucking saved me hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Right, so that is crucial. Okay, that is very crucial. You know, I'll save you a lot of money. So yeah. So besides that, bro, do you like the actual experience of being in an Airbnb, seeing how much everything costs, seeing why people do what they do?
It's starting to come together a lot more now. It's like being here, walking here, opening the doors. See how the towels set up, you know, interior design. That's great.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Good morning. Yesterday, you guys went ahead and you guys saw me show Jacob the entire blueprint on one of our properties here in Miami. Now, today, I'm gonna have him come with me while I negotiate one of my deals. So be in the lookout. Let's rock and roll. Hey, bro. I'm keep on coming back. And that's it? Oh, this is the one.
Yep, that's the one.
Oh shit, look at this one. 3,400. Pretty sure that's a bullshit price. Because look at the house. It's 370 and the rent's 3,700. He was just probably like, what should I price this shit? Yeah. So for this situation, we're not gonna record, so make sure the camera is down.
My husband sent me to get you guys started.
I love it. Are you guys neighbors?
Yeah, that's where we live.
Wow, that's awesome.
Nice to meet you. How you doing?
That's awesome.
Come on in.
I'm Tabare. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Luke. Nice to meet you.
Come on in.
I love it. You guys just got it remodeled?
Yeah, we recently bought it and we remodeled the other year.
Very nice.
Turn it on.
Brother, we love the property.
Oh, thank you, man.
We love it.
About corporate leasing.
Okay.
Yes. Are you guys open to that? Corporate leasing?
Man, I don't know enough about it, so maybe you can explain to me a little bit.
Yeah, so we have a company all over Miami. We do short-term rentals, right? So travel professionals, travel nurses, anyone that's looking to stay, whenever the property, so we're not actually gonna be staying here, right? So we would basically sign a corporate lease, right? You guys will get paid on time every single month, right? We do this as a business, so we make money off this entire thing, right? If we don't make money on this property, you guys will still be getting paid your rent on time every single month. Parties, we have devices, we put in security cameras, we set up the entire thing, so there's no parties, no complaints, none of that. So we're just looking for different properties to add to the portfolio.
And what do you guys do? Furnish it?
We furnish everything. We take care of pretty much everything. All we're looking for is someone to be like, hey, we want to do a corporate lease. We allow you guys to sublease the property. Let's do the deal. Amazing. We can show you guys properties.
What are the terms on it?
It's very simple. We just sublease it. Whenever we don't have anyone staying in here, we might use third-party sites like Airbnb, VRBO, right? And then just list it on there. That's
How would it work where the person stays here and then you get what? They stay a year lease or 2 years?
That's a great question. So we could have midterm stays or we can have short-term stays. So we can have people staying here for 2 months at a time, or we can have people staying here for 2 nights, right? We have a cleaning crew that comes in here, cleans the entire property. We make sure everything is spotless. So the way you give it to us is the way we're gonna return it back to you guys.
And is there a difference? So do you differentiate between corporate lease or Airbnb or?
It's the same. It's the same. Like we have a big list of clientele. Whenever we don't have any clientele, we'll put it on Airbnb, right? A lot of people hear Airbnb and they're like parties, this, that. We have checks the property, make sure everything is good, so you guys know, nothing will happen.
And you would be renting this out to corporate people, for example, like you said, nurses and people that are looking to stay for a job or?
Anyone. I do social media as well. We put it everywhere. So our goal is to get this as many people through as many people here as possible, right? If we can't, and let's say for example we have to reinvest $700 back into the business to pay you guys in rent, you guys will be paid every single month on time.
And for how long is the lease term?
We're open for whatever. I mean, you guys want to do 12 months, so we can do 24 months, maybe help us out on the rent price a little bit more. We're game for whatever. And you guys live right here, so our goal is to go ahead and have you guys have this property be taken care of completely.
And the cleaning crew comes in before before, you'll have like check-in, check-out.
Before and after, we have systems and processes. We go ahead and we have our cleaning crew come in, take a picture of everything, document everything. If there's anything that happens, we have an insurance policy that covers it, so you guys will never have to worry about that. And it's pretty much works the same way as a normal rent. The only difference is we're allowed to go ahead and sublease it.
Somebody similar contacted me. I think they just wanted to put it up on B&B, so they wanted to furnish it. And
Yeah, this is the same structure. The main difference between doing it with us is obviously you guys can see us, right? I have 120 properties all over Miami, so we're not amateurs when it comes to this.
And if something breaks, I don't know, you know, light bulb change, the washer dryer.
Anything small we'll cover. Anything big, like for example, I had a property down in Naples, Florida, where there was an electrical issue. That's obviously covered by you guys. You know, anything small though, we'll cover that, you know. Our goal is to not have be a person that's gonna continue contacting you guys. Is to just go ahead and do business, transact as usual, and just keep it.
And you guys will contact us at what point? And like, something breaks?
Yeah, if something happens, we'll have a group chat. We'll be your main point of contact. Obviously, we'll get notified by our team on the ground, and then we'll notify you guys. So we have a device called Minute that we install right here that allows us to control the noise level. So you'll never find people coming in, throwing parties. We're gonna set up, I know you guys have a Ring camera there, which is amazing. We'll probably set up another camera in the back to make sure no one sneaks in to try to throw a party. And you know, we make sure the property is secure. And obviously we furnish it. So it's up to you guys. I mean, are you guys looking for something more?
Give you guys the key, and you guys will obviously give the key to whoever's renting it.
We'll install a smart lock. Yeah, smart lock. That way my team could just manage it and we can just change the code, keep it all secure. Yep. Have you guys thought about doing Airbnb in this property?
I did at one point, man. I
We
wasn't
just
sure
didn't
I
want
wanted
to
to
do
do
the whole
it.
furnishing.
It's an issue, right?
We didn't want to do
Yeah.
the whole furnishing, and yeah, we would have to be too invested. The whole thing, even the cleaning afterwards, we'd have to find somebody to come and clean.
You gotta have it rent at what, 20 days to be able to, let's see, what's your average rental?
On my portfolio, we have about a 65 to 70% occupancy rate. And that's properties all over Miami. So we ran the numbers. Obviously, we have to do a deeper analysis on this property, but based on what we saw, we think it could be a win-win. You guys will get paid, we'll get paid. And then obviously, we just have to come together on the terms. You know, so if you guys are open, let's say we sign a 24-month lease with a shorter rent, that'll be amazing too. You know, I'm open for that as well.
How
The longer lease is just fine.
Yeah, so for example, let's say you guys want $3,700 for 12 months. Let's say we do 24 for $3,500 or something like that, you know? We're open for negotiations. We're checking out 4 other properties today, and this one looks beautiful. We like it. You guys live right here, so anything happens, you guys are right there. So that's better for us, you know?
All right, yeah, let me give it some thought, man. We have 2 other swings today, so yeah, let me give it some thought. What do you normally look for on the properties that you're Airbnb?
What do we normally look for? How many properties do you have?
Like 4 or 5.
We're open to take all of them.
No, I'm just curious what do you look for? You know, because I'm
So-
working on properties and stuff like that, so.
That's a great question. So we do market research. So I have a whole team that does an entire market research. I have a software company as well that allows us to know if the property is going to be profitable or if it's not going to be profitable. And then I have properties in the area, in Edgewater, Miami Beach. We have properties all over. So I know the market, right? So our projection, we're going to make money on this property, 100%, just being real with you. It's a business, or else we wouldn't be here. But there will be some months, like August and September, that we're going to lose money. And either way, you're still going to get your... Exactly. That's how it works. Now, if you guys want to partner up with us, we also do property management. If you guys are like, hey, let's partner up instead of doing this as an arbitrage deal, we can go ahead and we can do an 80-20 split where my team comes in, we furnish the property, and we'll take 20% of the revenue. Obviously, you're not going to charge us rent because we're doing a business partnership, and then we go from there. And we list this property on Airbnb, my systems, my processes, and then you get 80, I get 20. That's another, you know, little creative deal that we can also do. And yeah. Let's make it happen, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for your time. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Bro, Charlie's probably burning up inside.
That was really good. Yeah, I like how you brought in the management deal as well. You know, just
What'd you take away from that, bro?
I liked when you were talking, I did notice how nonchalant you seemed. Like, yeah, you know, if that works with you, if not, it doesn't, that's fine. And you seemed like you had options, you didn't seem like you were desperate. You sounded very professional, very, like, matched their tonality, kind of. You know, you weren't like, you matched how the guy was thinking. You explained a little more. I thought that was really powerful.
And I broke the third wall, the Deadpool method, right? I broke the third wall. I was like, look, dude, we're gonna make money on this deal. Like, they appreciate when you're honest. They appreciate when you're knowledgeable. Hey, we're gonna put a device called the Minute device. It's gonna allow us to control the parties. Hey, we're gonna have a cleaning team that's gonna come in and check it out. Now, I just gonna say shit. I'm gonna agree. Whatever they want, I'm gonna agree. I never gave them any objection to the price. Once they decide they wanna do business with us, then that's when the pricing, and we're gonna fucking reduce that shit to like 3,500, 3,400. Or we can even do a profit split with these guys. Hey, give it to us for 1,000 and we'll do a profit. Like, there's so many, this guy's a business guy. So now we can work this guy. Now, the magic secret is just getting more properties, because the more you get, the better you're gonna get that one property.
That makes sense, bro.
And that's it, bro. So now, I'm gonna drop you guys off. The name of the game now, bro, is you just wanna go ahead and just fucking get 10 of these and just schedule them for Saturday and Sunday. That's it.